Aloha, beautiful souls. Welcome to another episode of the Ocean Moonflower Show. I am your host, Ocean Moonflower, guiding you through the celestial wisdom of astrology, tarot, and spiritual transformation. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most powerful and personal aspects of astrology: moon signs and emotional connections. The moon in your birth chart is the key to understanding your inner world, your emotional needs, and the way you nurture and seek comfort. Whether you've ever wondered why you react the way you do, why you crave certain energies in relationships, or even how you can better understand your own emotional patterns, this episode will offer deep insights that will transform the way you see yourself and others. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's explore the mystical power of the moon. In astrology, the moon represents our inner world, our emotions, and our subconscious. It governs how we process our feelings, our instinctual responses, and how we seek comfort. If the sun is our outward personality and identity, the moon is our emotional foundation, the part of us that operates beneath the surface that not everybody has access to. The moon is also deeply tied to our past, our childhood, and our deepest emotional needs. Often our moon sign will reflect the way we experienced nurture as children and how we continue to seek it in adulthood. Understanding your moon sign can give you profound clarity on why you react to situations the way you do and what you need to feel emotionally safe and fulfilled. The moon also governs our intuition, our memory, and even our subconscious beliefs and our subconscious habits, meaning that much of our emotional makeup is stored within our lunar placement. Let's take a deep dive into how the moon expresses itself in each zodiac sign, not just in emotions, but in psychological patterns, relationships, and even how we instinctively react to life's challenges. Let's begin with the Aries moon. People with an Aries moon experience emotions in a raw and immediate way. They react first and think later. This moon placement thrives on passion, independence, and excitement, but can often struggle when patience is needed or emotional processing is needed. Aries moons need an outlet for their intensity, such as physical activity or creative expression. It's a very active moon sign. Now let's look at a Taurus moon. Taurus favors stability and security. These themes are very key for somebody with a Taurus moon sign. Taurus moons find comfort in tangible things. Touch, food, routine, and physical pleasures are all important to a Taurus moon. Their emotional responses are slow but steady, making them reliable partners, but sometimes very resistant to change. Now, those with a Gemini moon, the mind and emotions are deeply intertwined with this placement. Gemini moons process feelings by talking about them, analyzing them, or even intellectualizing their emotions rather than fully feeling them. They require mental stimulation and variety, and they may struggle with emotional consistency. Cancer moons are very at home with the moon sign, meaning that their emotions are deep, they're intuitive, sometimes overwhelming. But Cancer moons absorb the energy of those around them, making them deeply empathic. But they must be careful not to take on too much emotional weight from other people. If you have a Leo moon, these individuals need to feel emotionally significant and appreciated. Their emotions are bold, dramatic, and expressive. Moons thrive on affection and validation, but can become wounded easily if they feel ignored or unrecognized. If you have a Virgo moon, this moon processes emotions through logic and practicality. They prefer structured environments where they can analyze their feelings before expressing them. Virgo moons find emotional security in routine, in service, and feeling useful to other people. Those with a Libra moon favor balance and harmony. Libra moons are natural peacemakers, but they may struggle with indecisiveness in emotional matters. They feel most comfortable in relationships and social settings where they can share their emotions with other people. Scorpio moons. This is an intense placement. Scorpio moons are one of the most intense moon placements. They experience emotions deep with transformative waves. They seek depth and authenticity in emotional connections, but may also struggle with trust and vulnerability. Sagittarian moons, they really enjoy their freedom. They like freedom. It's necessary for those with a Sagittarius moon. They process emotions through philosophy, adventure, and learning. They thrive on optimism and they don't dwell too long on heavy emotions. Those with a Capricorn moon tend to suppress their emotions in favor of being practical. Capricorn moons prefer structured emotional responses and may struggle with expressing vulnerability. Yet they are very deeply loyal and responsible partners. Those with an Aquarius moon, their emotions are filtered through intellect rather than intuition. They can be very detached and analytical, or at least seem that way to other people. But they have a deep sense of humanitarianism and care deeply about the world at large. Those with the Pisces moon are very dreamy. They're deeply empathic and spiritually connected. They feel emotions in waves and may struggle with putting up boundaries. They often absorb the emotions of those around them. Understanding your moon sign is powerful, but understanding how your moon interacts with other people's moons is even more transformative. Moon sign compatibility can tell us how we emotionally connect with partners, friends, and family. You can often see this compatibility by doing a synastry chart between you and another person. And in that chart, you're going to be looking for harmonious matches, challenging matches, or key aspects between your moon and their moon, or your moon and their sun, your sun and their moon. A harmonious match is often in the same element, but does not have to be. It could be a sextile or a trine. Moons in the same element, fire, earth, air, or water, tend to naturally understand each other's emotions. They'll naturally understand what each other needs on an emotional level. A challenging match could be squared or opposed. They may feel some friction, but can also offer opportunities for deep emotional growth. And key aspects, such as when your partner's sun aligns with your moon or vice versa, can lead to a sense of deep emotional validation and connection. They often have a soulmate quality to them. It's a beautiful energy. Beyond moon signs, the phases of the moon also play a role in emotions. You've often heard about people planting seeds and working on gardens and farms based upon the phases of the moon, because those phases of the moon have an effect on the water as well as an effect on the growth of these plants. Well, phases of the moon can have an effect on individuals as well. A new moon is often a time for setting intentions and being open to new emotional beginnings. This is when our subconscious mind is most open to new ideas and fresh starts. First quarter moons are a period of emotional action and growth. Challenges may arise that push us to make changes or take some sort of initiative in our emotional life. Full moons is when emotions come to the surface. This is a time for clarity, realization, and often heightened feelings, both positive and negative. The full moon acts as an emotional amplifier to expose what is hidden, and full moons often bring endings and new beginnings. So it could be an ending of an emotional struggle, an ending of a situation. And this is all because it's amplifying the emotions within us to expose what needs to be addressed. So full moons cause us to have to face those subconscious thoughts and feelings and deal with them at the forefront. A waning moon is a phase of reflection and emotional release. This is a time of letting go and healing and preparing for the new cycle of the new moon coming. So we're often affected by the various moon cycles as well. By tracking the lunar cycle and how it affects your personal energy, you can learn when to take action, when to rest, and when to embrace transformation. The moon is our emotional anchor, shaping how we feel, react, and how we connect with the world around us. By understanding our moon sign and the lunar cycles, we can deepen our emotional awareness, improve our relationships, and align ourselves with our true inner needs. Thank you for joining me in this deep dive into moon signs and emotional connections. If you loved this episode, be sure to subscribe, leaving a review, and share with your fellow cosmic seekers. Next week, we're exploring something deeply transformative: healing from heartbreak, a spiritual approach. You won't want to miss it. Until then, keep your heart open and your energy aligned with the moon's wisdom. Mahalo nui loa, sending you love and lunar blessings. Kiss, kiss. Until later, ta for now.